I wasn't planning on making a video about this game, but I just started playing it. It's already pretty funny and like intriguing at the same time. So I figured why not. It reminds me of Stanley Parable, the way like the narrator commentates about stuff. But this is like just beginning, like I don't know, like 5 minutes into the game, and I kind of investigated the princess. She seemed kind of sus. So I was like, I guess we'll go back up and grab the blade after I questioned her a few times. And when I did, she got angry, said, "Oh, I'll get out of this soon enough." And then as we came back down with the blade, this is what we find. Just an arm on the ground.
No, I don't think we can.
Oh, she's still in the room.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
What if I don't? I'm locking her down here, letting her bleed out. Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind us.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh, God. I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
Sure you are.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
No, that's not good.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Venture into the
Step
shadows.
into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor.
Uh-oh.
The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2? Oh, I thought it would just be...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
So it
is a
doesn't reset, it
princess.
just continues into a different chapter?
You're here to slay her.
She's gonna kill me again. Wait. Okay, no. Wait. But I died, what am I
I can
doing
assure
here?
you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Yeah, I know you did, but I literally died. What's going on? Is this... This is what it must be like to be a Dark Souls boss.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Is she keeping us like in a time loop until we can like free her?
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Let's assume it's telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Who are you?
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given. And yet you still died, didn't you? So, great, congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I mean, true.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Or is it? Because we didn't just reset back to chapter 1. We're now continuing to chapter 2.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did
What?
time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Did he, like, actually understand my thought process, or is that just coincidence? I mean, yeah, how did I get back here? Is it the princess? Because she's clearly supernatural to some shit.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't
Do you think the
know.
people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? All the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin. We could find a safe little hole somewhere instead.
Well, now I'm just curious. Like, what is she? Why is she? You know?
You have to go to the cabin. If you don't slay the princess, she's going to end the world, which you're always going to be a part of, even if you're cowering in a hole. There's no escaping your responsibility here. Just be quick about it.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, she killed me last time around. How can I make sure it doesn't happen again? She killed me by ripping me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it. How could someone like that end the world? To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands? Good. That's a good point. I like that point. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? That's also a good question. I'm gonna ask this one first.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
I don't think she's just a princess. I think it's a lie. She doesn't remember her own name.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Telling me not to overcomplicate things makes me want to think about it even more. And how, if just regular people can lock her in a basement, why did they just kill her in the first place? Right? Like, if they're able to lock this end of the world being in just a regular old cabin basement, why did they just kill her? Yeah, like, exactly! Oh my god, this game knows exactly what I'm thinking. If you locked her, why couldn't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh, I'm special,
You're the
am I?
only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Yeah, I didn't know we were special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Gee, thanks for the flattering words, but I don't necessarily believe
Special can mean all sorts of things.
you. Oh.
Don't let it make you careless.
Voice
We need
of the
clear
hunted.
thoughts and pricked ears.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Voice of the hunted.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Dude, even the most simple, like, situations are more complex than, like, at first seen, you know? There's something more.
If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her?
No, yeah, if we're supposed to be armed with information, then I need to know, like, more than just, oh, just people locked her up. Oh, just don't worry who I am. Just, oh, you're special, quote unquote. Don't worry about it. Just don't think about it. Just, you're good. You're a good boy. Just do it. Just do it. I don't believe you. I did something wrong in the first chance. Maybe I should have just let her out. I don't know.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I don't know, bro.
You're afraid, aren't you? Just like us.
Voice of the Hunted. Is this like a different character?
Of course I'm afraid.
It is.
Fear is an extremely normal thing to feel when the fate of the entire world is at stake. But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse. Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already.
Oh, there's the voice of the hero and there's the voice of the hunted. Like a subconscious.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Maybe
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Oh, okay, so I think this is like the voice of like our previous incarnation. Like beforehand, now it's like telling us, oh, just like, yeah, we used to think that way, but like now, like, what do we really know? I think I got it.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
I mean, I guess so, but like, I'm not a puppet.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the best thing really is just to turn around and leave, because if she couldn't escape this whole time, then like...
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, see, that... If she was supposedly locked down here for a long time, she couldn't remember. Maybe it's best to just leave her down there. Cause... what's she gonna do? Cause if no one's interacted with her for however long, she's not gonna get out. It's only when someone comes down here, goes down there, interacts with her, that she ends up, I mean, I don't know, being killed or killing someone, and then going about her supposed end of the world rampage. And it's just very convenient. There's just the blade always perched right there. That's all I'm saying.
The blade is your implement.
The mirror. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cabin's different. I meant to say that. The cabin looks different.
Very different. I wonder why. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
But I have, though.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Interesting. Let's just straight up approach
You
the
walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Why does her hand look like that?
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone.
Are we a monster? Is that like the thing? He just said people. He didn't say humans, he said people. And people doesn't necessarily mean humans. So are we like, what if she's the good guy? Oh, what it... Okay, we're not gonna take the blade this time. Like straight away. I was going to, but then after I saw that hand, I don't think we are. I'm
No
going
steel
straight to the
claw.
basement.
Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
Look, I think...
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
True, true.
The door to the basement creaks
it's
open,
way different.
revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She
yeah.
growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
God. Oh yeah, another thing. I noticed the cursor, instead of just like being like a finger, it's like a claw. Like if you look beforehand, it was like just like a regular finger pointer, but now it's like a bestial claw.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Just fuck it, we ball.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
So she's still stuck to the chain.
Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess.
Yeah.
You're not helping.
You're not helping either, fuck you.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Wait. Is this how she was like getting food? She was eating people they sent down here? Oh my god. Is that... I don't know.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now. There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous.
What the
princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
What the fuck?
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Huh? Sir. This is it, isn't it?
You are in a dark and caustic place.
What the
Thick,
fuck?
fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
When I killed you, I tried to leave? What? Is she aware of, like, a cycle as well?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Uh-oh.
Her chains. She's loose.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted
what's it?
upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Yeah, baby, I'm into vor, you know? You could just ask me if you want to swallow me. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish. I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way. We are drowning.
Oh, can I?
Okay, I want to see where this leads to. Maybe if we give her permission, something will happen.
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step,
The creature.
and then another, and then... It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you. This place is cold.
What the fuck is happening? Why is she a fucking Bloodborne boss? What the fuck?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? It is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. That thing reeks of death.
Maybe we should smash the mirror.
You're right. Let's just stay still.
This is like actually look at thing right at the gate. I'm waiting. I don't know why. There's a skip. Okay, I don't think that's gonna do anything. It's just... I guess we'll approach.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
The body. What the fuck? It's you. What? Proceed to the cabin. Oh. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh my... There's so many questions.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? How can the world have ended if we are talking? I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So there are.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is consumed by instinct, a predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater. You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh my god, there's a lot of dialogue choices. Are you scared they'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
What the fuck is this game about, bro? Can't make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh. Okay. A feral vessel. Okay, we're back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods,
We'll slay the princess
and at the end of
starts
that
here.
path
You'll know it when
is
you
a
see
cabin.
it.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Skip resisting not by hitting tab on the keyboard or R1. Turn around, we'll leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the
Okay,
path
we're
away
just-
from the cabin.
We're gonna fuck off. We're just not gonna go there. I'm gonna test this theory.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Okay, so you do. Oh wait, that's me. Never mind.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, so there's a rival between the hero voice and the narrator.
That's strange. It looks like this path
Oh, we
also
can't.
leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after
Can't
all.
walk away.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Quietly.
Your
continue.
silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I'm just gonna get turned around
Oh,
again.
would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty
Oh,
much
the music
everyone
changed.
who's ever lived, as well as for
Or my,
everyone
like, no
who ever
music's
will.
playing. Also, my pointer's back to a claw. Or it's still a claw.
And here we
Oh, the
go.
music's
As you trudge into the
distorted.
woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Familiar wooden structures.
But as you focus on your
Oh.
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose
What?
track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Doesn't now. The Stranger. It's a different chapter name.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will.
If I can't run over the cabins, I'm just gonna stay here in the woods forever. Ooh.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though. It's extremely boring.
True.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's
Contrarian.
boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? It's getting fuzzy.
Oh, his voice faded out.
What
What's
is that
happening?
weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well,
Uh-oh.
it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Probably. Probably means we messed up. Undulations pulse louder as like other comes close. There are no drills in the spaces. This probe across the fabric of reality. extremities, finding unconsciously wrap themselves around you. You're no longer alone. Confusion, why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance, fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. It is useless. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Are we the thing that's in the mirror last time? Something new. Whoa. Return to your dust path or face the consequences.
You're on a path. You're here.
Silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the
Silently
cabin.
continue.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What if we just go in there and just immediately let her out? Like without saying a word.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice soft.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. So don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy... She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
We'll see about that. We'll see.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
True.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, I'm stuck
I
in
heard
this
the door slam.
quintessential
They locked you
time
down here
loop,
too, didn't they?
You know? Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
I think with this route, we'll see if she does just eat people to stay alive like this.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
The music changed again.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
What the fuck? Okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Can I save in the middle of choices? I can. Is it cheating? I mean, I don't think so. But, let's save the princess, or do we do the name of the game? Let's save the princess. Let's see what happens.
Fine.
Let's see what the supposed end of the world with the princess looks like.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Ugh. Why am I still a claw person? Was I always like a claw person?
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow
So I
suit.
guess that's how she breaks out in the first place.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the
It's
ground.
probably a bad idea.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What? You can just take control?
What are you doing?
Oh. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
You know, not gonna lie, I love it when games do that. That's like the best thing a game can do for me. Like, it's so good.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Uh-oh.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
No! I won't let you.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
I'm willing to bet we're about to get like a really bad scene right here.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she's gonna kill us.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Who's everyone? Why do I care about everyone?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Where can I get me a girl like this? Just stabs you over and over again. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Of course not.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out. With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. I wonder how many chapters there are. Okay, so the last one.
You're on a path
I wonder
in
if
the
it's
woods,
different now that I've like
and
tried
at the
to
end of
save
that
her to
path
try like
is a cabin.
manipulate.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Smitten.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay, so I have different personality, like alternate personalities for whatever like I guess route I go into. So there's the Smitten, the Haunted, and then this other one, the Contrarian. So I guess like the Love Fallen, the Scared, and then the Doubtful.
Our beloved?
Yeah, our beloved.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the
Yeah,
princess.
you can read our thoughts. Who are we kidding?
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
The four of us? Okay, so there's the hero, Smitten, Contrarian, and then the Haunted. That's like the four of us, and then there's the narrator. I'm guessing that's what he's getting at.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I would. Yeah. Who wouldn't? I'm just kidding. Have you ever seen Steins Gate?
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
True, brother, true.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Oh.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
True.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Wait. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the test. So he's speaking directly to me. Like, he's not speaking to, like, the hero and, you know, the Smitten. He's speaking to me. Right? Because what would he say there? Don't make a lot.
The interior of the cabin is
it's-
clean and
it's different
elegant,
again.
its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate. The blade is your
Go straight in. Maybe I
The
should
door to the basement creaks open,
Oh, no.
revealing an
Yeah,
intricate
watch it.
stairwell.
smash the
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, that doesn't look that bad.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She looks
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Let it be known. This is probably her most monstrous form. We shall see.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Shut up.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She did.
And she called us a hero.
Is that what you're, like, up about? Like, we want to be seen as a hero?
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I wonder if the option, like, the true option really is just slay the princess. Like, it's a big, like, joke. Like, oh, the game's called Slay the Princess. Surely you just don't barge in there and just kill her outright. Like, boom, end of the game, you did right, congratulations. Like, that's too, shit, sounds almost too easy that it might be true, I'm not sure. Like, it's a big, like, joke.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
It's alternate worlds, we go through them every time we die, and we just... Every time we fail, a world gets killed or something.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Okay, so yeah, it's not time reset, we should go to a different world.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Stop
Now,
talking.
hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I'm beginning... I don't know. I'm beginning to believe the narrator a bit more. I'm sorry about what happened last time. That Harrison, it was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
He's like a subconscious.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Okay, that's suspicious.
She took that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
I completely agree.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, yeah. That may be true. Because the weird void lady was saying that she's like a part of her. So what if what if it's like two of these like void beings or something, and they're controlling these like avatars, which are like me and the princess, and they're trying to like outwit each other, like trying to kill each other. That's why he's able to take control of me before. I don't know.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
I don't know. Would it?
Isn't that just like our princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I think this form scares me more than the beast.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. I mean, I really don't.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
That must suck, doesn't it?
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
Do you really?
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Be quiet.
You died, and now we're talking. I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
I don't think so.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
I mean,
She is
okay,
our
sure, yeah.
beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
I'm not sure about everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
True.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay, so she's aware.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
I doubt that.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Okay, so the way I'm internalizing this, it's like the devil and the angel on your shoulder, right? They're both telling you to do things. Right, like kill her, save her. Kill her, save her, kill her, save her. But like at the same time the angel isn't like, it's like a devil in disguise. So it's really I'm gonna play like what I think is right. From here, I doubt whatever I choose from now is really gonna like be the right choice. Yeah, because I don't really have a choice beyond this.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Hold on. Don't
you
do that.
wouldn't.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
I would.
Do not.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
You never... Okay, I can't say, like, the truth is that she wants to.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Uh-oh. Something really bad's about to come after this.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Something really bad's about to come after this.
And then she shrugs.
Oh.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me or she just went, like, really anime?
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
The music got kind of distorted. I don't like this. Must be something you want.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Why is her art style changing? Why is the music changing like that? What's happening? What's going on?
Is she broken? What's going on?
I was kind of semi-joking, this is her most terrifying form, but I'm actually kind of, like, scared now.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
A little bit. She's getting to, like, uncanny territory of, like, anime art style. It's freaking me out. I want you to make me unhappy. I just want to leave. If I like this, if you want to leave, let's just leave. This is alright. Let's just get out of here. Okay, I feel like if we just leave right now, she's gonna, like, snap. I'm really curious. I'm gonna say this.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
What the fuck? What is this?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
Yeah.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Bro, she's literally a sketch in my, like, math notebook. What are you talking about? Why does we just keep asking her questions? Like, what happens?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. I don't know.
Do we?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm screenshotting this. Alright. Bro, okay, yeah, now this is something I would draw on my high school. Actually, you know what? If this gets any more worse, then that'll probably be the shit I used to draw on my notebooks.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones
Lived
here?
happily ever after, it's all she wanted. Oh.
No. She was our perfect match.
No, she wasn't.
She's gone. Where did she go?
It's like, okay,
Should we try and find her?
it's like any more like depth you try to add to her beyond like being the monster, she just like bails. Like she reverts back. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. She just like starts to regress because she doesn't know. The only time she goes forward is when she becomes more monstrous.
And is that a mirror? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Okay, so this sets up something. So me, the player, and the hero were separate. What if the narrator is actually just us? If that's what it's getting at. Because the narrator isn't here right now. It knows it's us. Like the hero knows there's something like... Okay.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
So I'm just like killing off like versions of the hero as well.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
The bloat. You've grown.
When I found you in the long
Oh.
quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are difficult.
for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Alright, we're gonna cut off here. Like a part 2. This is pretty interesting. Alright, so stay put for that, and we'll have a second part coming to you soon.